Handful of questions from our local media. We'll get started with one from Eric Bailey of the Tulsa World, and then we'll go to Ryan Aber. Eric?
Gotcha.
Hey, Jadon, I was just wondering if you were told before you got on campus that you'd only have 20 career catches late in your second year, would you have been shocked? And just talk about just how excited are you back at it, contributing to the team, and what was it like to make the catch?
I'm very excited to be back with my guys because, you know, when I did get injured, you know, I was always around. I'm bringing energy and also putting in the work to even bring myself back, and just looking at it, it get kind of emotional just thinking about it, actually, because like those times were tough, and being there for my team would that just make up for time lost. You know, like it make my mood way better just thinking about it, and being back is a great thing.
Jadon, I appreciate it. Thanks.
Yep.
Okay, Ryan Aber, the Oklahoman, and then Joe Bettner.
Yeah, Jadon, what was the toughest part of the injury and rehab? And was it made tougher by the fact that you suffered it at home during all this pandemic and weren't around your teammates and coaches?
It was definitely frustrating when it did happen, because it wasn't a football injury. Like, I didn't do anything football when I did hurt it. But the hardest part was with just keeping a positive mental, you know, because I'm always work hard and grind. So it made me respect the game more and become more of a student, watching more film and just taking mental reps, even during the fall camp. I work out through, like, I lift through most of it, run, and I'm watching team, and I'm sitting through all those meetings, just getting better mentally.
Appreciate it, Jadon.
Yep.
Okay, Joe Bettner, Norman Transcript, and then Jason Kersey.
Hey, Jadon, Spencer said after the game on Saturday he was mad he didn't get you the ball more. I'm curious, what's it like from a receiver to have that kind of trust in your quarterback that he, you know, wants to, you know, get the ball to you more? And I'm curious how you guys maintained a strong relationship, not being able to, you know, actually go out and catch passes from him over these, you know, past few months.
I mean, I don't really know how to answer that, because without having trust in, like, your teammates, everything is just gonna go downhill. So, like, I was, you know, I'm an athlete, I'm a playmaker, so I was a little frustrated. But I know for sure Spence got me, because we do it every day in practice. When I was back, he was getting my feet wet. He was throwing me the ball. So it wasn't like a thing about being mad or anything, but like, when you want to make plays and contribute to your team, like, you're gonna feel a certain way. But at the same time, it's major trust around this organization and offense.
Thanks, Jadon.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go to Jason Kersey with The Athletic, and then Kerry Murdoch.
Hey, Jadon, thanks for being with us today. I was wondering, as you were watching the early part of the season and you saw Marvin and Theo and those guys really start to break out, what was that like to watch? I'm sure you were happy for your teammates. Was there any part of you that was worried maybe you were falling behind a little bit?
No, actually not at all. It was more excitement, like, wow, like, when I come back, it's gonna be like everybody's gonna be like eating, you know what I mean? I say, like, I genuinely love seeing my teammates win, like, and make plays. Like, that's just like the best feeling, because it takes a toll and one person is doing it. So you wanna be able to spread it out, spread the love, and everybody making plays, it just make it easier to win, you know?
Thanks, Jadon.
Yeah.
Okay, Kerry Murdoch with Sooner Scoop, and then Brandon Drum.
Jadon, you mentioned, you know, how emotional it was for you. Was it hard kind of waiting to get that clearance for knowing what game you were going to get to come back for? And yeah, was that, I mean, when you came back against Kansas, was that earlier than maybe you were thinking, or later? Was it just, can you talk about the timeline, kind of the emotions of going through that?
the game I was supposed to get cleared was Kansas, but I would say it was supposed to be that Thursday before Kansas. So we kind of made an agreement to let me come back the week before because I would, me personally, like I was pressing the training room and the coaches like I'm ready, and they always bring up the science and telling me what needs to happen and how things would heal and stuff, and um, so like I came back a few days earlier than I should have, which I was already kind of practicing like a few weeks before, but I just wasn't contact. So I was just doing indie and running routes and stuff like that. Like I didn't do any team or one-on-ones or anything, but the week of Kansas, that's when they let me full go.
Also, how would your dog rate on We Rate Dogs?
Say it again.
How would your dog rate on We Rate Dogs? Like
What's
12
that?
out of 10? Your dog that you're always putting up on
Oh,
social
7.
media.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
he's 10 out of 10. I just say, I mean, he's beautiful.
Thanks, Jay.
Okay, let's go to Brandon Drum, OU Insider, and then Parker Thune.
Hey, Jadon, you grew up a big OU fan. Your dad obviously went there, grandparents, you're a generational guy. How much of that plays into your emotion when you're out there playing? I mean, is it kind of a surreal deal for you growing up? You grew up in Georgia, but still being this diehard Sooner your whole life?
Yeah, actually, like, it's a big deal for me, of course. And especially like putting on for my fam because like you said, like a lot of my family members did go to OU and, playing for them and making them proud at the school that they wanted me to be at is kind of like a best feeling ever.
Okay, Parker Thune with SI Sooners, and then Bob Prisbillo.
Yeah, Jadon, I know you touched on it already, but getting the chance to line up opposite a guy in Theo Weiss that's really coming into his own in this offense this season, it seems like. I mean, how much optimism does that give you, just knowing that you guys came in together, you've kind of got that chemistry, and now you've got an opportunity to be two of Spencer's top weapons in the passing game?
It's actually a big deal because, like I said earlier, like when you have multiple people making plays, it makes the program look good. It makes the university look good, and we all have that same goal. We all want to go first round to the next level. So it just help us push each other. Like everybody, the inside receivers push the outside receivers. We all push each other. And iron sharpens iron.
Okay, let's go to Bob Prisbillo with Sooner Scoop.
Yeah, Jadon, was there a moment where you finally realized you were back, or was it tough trying to trust yourself once you were out there again?
I would say since I got my knee brace and started running, I already had trust in my knee, and I feel like I always had trust in it after surgery because of the way I did hurt it. I didn't hurt it playing football, so when I came back and started, like my rehab started going higher and higher, I came full go. Like I didn't favor it, and me not favoring it made me know what I can do on it and what I can't do on it. So that kind of helped me a lot, and I have big trust. I have more trust in my knee than anything. Yeah.
Okay, I've got another question from Brandon Drum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Jadon, you're one of the guys that you've been in multiple rooms with Coach Simmons and Kel. Can you kind of talk about the differences between their two coaching styles and what makes them, I guess, a little bit more intriguing, I guess, is the one way I could say it?
I say Gundy is more of he's super hands-on and he wants everything how he wants it. And, Simmons, they both are great coaches, Simmons is more laid back. He gonna teach you what to do, and he kind of wants you to be an athlete, And Gundy does too. They both want you to be athletes, but Gundy's more he's gonna coach you harder, And that kind of helped me even just learn the playbook, even more. You know, like me moving those two positions, I know what pretty much everybody has on the field, and that's another plus for me because maybe I could be used different in this offense.
And Jadon, we've got one more from Dean Blevins with News 9.
Yeah, Jadon, you were. I thought you were just terrific last year and coming on and ready to have a great season. I'm just wondering about how close you think you are to 100%, and if you've had some vert tests or 40 times, or can you give us a comparison there in terms of how close you think you are to your best?
I don't have any statistics to give you, but I know I'm reaching my peak, and I don't know what my peak is, but I feel like there's always work to be done for sure, especially me still being developed as a young man at this university. I still have a year or two left here, and I feel like it's a lot more room to improve and a lot of more plays to be made, So that's all I got.